Alan Pardew is walking on a very, very tight rope right now. Well, later today, he's definitely going to be having a serious talk with the owner of Newcastle United, talking about Mike Ashley. And of course, the reason is last night at Britannia Stadium, they were defeated by a lone goal. And of course, it was Peter Crouch to ensure that Stoke City picking up their first home win of the season. Well, no manager definitely wants to be in this situation right now. It's a very, very precarious one for Alan Pardew. Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning on Channels Television. I'm Cecilia Omorbe. First, let's take a look at the major headlines. Of course, we're starting with what will be happening in Warri today. Well, despite series of court injunctions with Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, that's the NFF elections, will definitely hold today. And of course, representatives of the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, and also that from CAF, that's Confederation of African Football, they are already in the city of Warri, and they will be preparing for the elections. Well, I hope there is definitely no twist on this particular election today because of another court order that we received just yesterday from George. Okay, also on the program, we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League, and a particular club is on pressure. I'm talking about Manchester City. It's coming from Ashley Cole, who believes that after the 5-1 victory over CSKA Moscow in their opening game in the UEFA Champions League, they definitely want to put more pressure on Manchester City to ensure that they pick all 3 points when they play tonight. And also on the program, we'll be talking golf. Of course, updates coming from the Ryder Cup, where Sir Alex Ferguson may have retired, but his influence lingers. Well, not just in football. This time around, it's in golf, where a Europe Cup winning captain, talking about Mark Zilli, says his pep talk was actually the guiding light in the victory over the United States on Sunday morning. And in the NBA, this man, he's back, talking about Kobe Bryant, but is he still the same old Kobe? Well, the LA Lakers opened their camp for the new season in the NBA, and their first game is going to be October the 28th. They are really preparing. You get to hear from Kobe and, of course, Steve Nash and the coach how prepared they are to see how they can return to their winning ways. You see LA Lakers dominating once more. How possible will that be? Well, Chinasa will definitely be joining me on this and so much more. And also Edwin Okon, talking about the coach of the Super Falcons, will be live from Abuja talking to us on Super Falcons preparations for the African Women Championships. Remember, Algeria are already in Namibia, and of course Ghana were expected to arrive yesterday. Super Falcons are still in Nigeria, and preparations, of course, is underway. Were the players invited? Are they all in camp? Edwin Okon will be talking to us more on that on the program. But before all that, we'll get to enjoy these highlights where Peter Crouch 15-minute header was what Stoke City needed to actually compound the woes of Newcastle United last night.
Cheick Tiote looked as though he might be leaving at the start of the season. He was heavily pursued by a club, I think it was Lokomotiv Moscow from the Russian league. But he stayed, and Newcastle, and particularly Alan Pardew, glad that that is the case. But you can see, Chris, where the cameras are focused before the game kicks off.
Yes, it's part of the game. Nobody likes to see anybody lose a job or anybody under pressure on the job, but that's a football life.
We've seen Moses actually on the ball tonight, tried a little trick. He mishit it really, come off his other leg first. It'll be a good duel between them two tonight. Moses on his day is very capable of going past any fullback.
Well, he, of course, was originally with Crystal Palace, then he went to Wigan. Chelsea brought him back to London and then didn't really find a slot for him, so he was out on loan at Liverpool last season. Part of the squad that finished second in the Premier League. And here he is at Stoke. Kabbalah. Well, Olivier getting a sight of goal and looking for his first Premier League goal after those two in the League Cup last week.
Well, it's a good run, isn't it? A little flick there, and actually getting each other's way there. I think that just put him off. It was Jack Colbeck who arrives late, And I think he doesn't shout, he just puts him off high over the bar.
Colback, who left Sunderland for Newcastle. It's a story in itself, but from the Newcastle area and very much a Newcastle fan. Here's Moses. Crouch waiting in the middle, Juice in there as well. It's towards Peter Crouch! It's a trademark Peter Crouch goal, and Stoke City finally open their home account in their third Premier League game of the season.
Well, that's what Moses needs to do. Sissoko really should have held the ball up. He gives it away cheaply. It comes out wide, and you know what Moses is about. He can go to the line, just checks back. Peter Crouch just gets a yard, jumps very early on Colaccini. It's a wonderful header, back across the goal, Krul on his heels. But if you look at Moses here, just checks back, lovely little dink into the box. Crouch jumps nice and early.
Sissoko trying the dummy, which in theory you only do if you hear a call. There was no one there to call.
Well, it was frustrating.
Well, Victor Moses there getting that assist for Peter Crouch to ensure that Stoke City getting all 3 points against Newcastle United. No one really wants to be in the shoes of Alan Pardew right now. Precarious situation, you will say, for this man. Chinasa Imboyen joins me right now. Chinasa, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Welcome back, Cecilia. How have you been?
It's been great.
All right. Missed you kind of a little.
Okay, right. Thanks.
So, Victor Moses and what he's been doing for Stoke City. I think this is sort of his last chance, Alan, to make an impact when it comes to the English Premier League. We saw him at Chelsea. He had a few good games at Chelsea. The Europa League winning side.
Yes, he was
contributing
really good
his quota
season.
and stuff. But went to Liverpool. We thought he might, step up. But Raheem Sterling clearly was on another level throughout last season and even going into the season. So it was obvious that Victor Moses wouldn't have gotten enough playing time at Liverpool. But he's gone to Stoke City, last throw at the dice, and apparently he's doing very well. Last week before last night's game, we saw how he also helped Stoke get a credible result, and now he's done it again. So I think the more games he keeps playing, his confidence will build, and let's see, maybe Chelsea might get to call him back, or they might not, or they might sell him. And of course, we've seen Chelsea; they have a very funny funny loan system. Lukaku, Thibaut Courtois, Gal Kakuta is still a Chelsea player.
Yes,
they have lots of players that are out on loan, and it takes someone very special to be, brought back.
Someone really very special.
Yeah, because even as Lukaku, as good as Lukaku was, for Everton last year, they still couldn't figure into Jose Mourinho's side, and it's been this guy, Thibaut Courtois, and we even know how difficult that would have been for Courtois coming in to break Peter Cech's appearance record there at Chelsea. So Victor Moses, I think he just needs to play very well at Stoke City, and then after that we might get to see him move, even if not to Chelsea, even if not return to Chelsea, but some, a bigger club aside.
I think he's doing very well.
Yeah, he is.
It will really be okay.
I want him to settle very well.
Okay, very settle very